A great city needs to tell great stories, and the stories are here to be dug out of the ground. I think when I was growing up, I'd never thought I would be a theatre director. My work is about making those stories come to life off a page, onto a stage, in front of an audience. You try to make that story connect as deeply as possible with people. And that's a really important thing as an artist, really, that you don't always know how you're going to do it. But the most important thing is you have this idea, and somehow you have to find the courage to let your creativity find the way of doing it. It can be quite scary, but experience tells you that there is always a route, and there is always a way to tell that thing that you really desperately want to say to the rest of the world. Everything that you've ever been trying to do is communicate this story and make it relevant and resonant and applicable to people's lives. I think anybody who's creative has that element of fear inside them that it's not going to be good enough and you're going to be judged. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to try something. Definitely put your hand up. Sometimes you land on a story that's so important to tell that there is no other thing to do than make it happen. So the story I'm telling at the moment is a short history of tractors in Ukraine, and this is a story that affects me very personally because my parents came to England in 1945 having escaped a terrible life in Ukraine. It's almost like a hidden story of Europe, really. 10 million people were starved to death in 1932-33, and my parents lived through that. They made a really brave choice in that they managed to convince the Guard that they were from a part of Ukraine controlled by Poland, which meant they could come to the West. And so that single act of bravery means that I get to do what I do now. Thankful for that opportunity, and I haven't always appreciated that, but I guess probably that's why I tell stories, because knowing those stories actually helps us reflect on who we are, where we've come from. And actually, one of the greatest things about theatre is its unifying power. It's its ability to bring people together. A deeper understanding is really important in the current climate when there's so much division, there's so much separateness. And so I think theatre has this fantastic ability to describe our commonality. I said when I first came here that what the whole truck needed to do was rediscover its soul, and I think it has done that because it's paid attention to the people that are here. You know, it's looked around and it's seen stories that the rest of the UK don't even know about and put them right in the heart of our stage, and that's really proud. Makes me really proud to have been part of that, making that happen, making sure that happens. Attention as the world changes around us. You know, how do we change with it? How do we tell the stories that are going to continue to be relevant and resonant and keep looking outwards?